Today, I'm going to be playing out the career of Davante Adams, but after every season, he's going to be switching to a new team. And I mean, considering his career is kind of getting wasted by the Raiders right now, I mean, this guy has not won a Super Bowl yet, so I'm hoping that somebody can save this man, but as you can see in year number 1, he's on the Las Vegas Raiders. And I mean, obviously, as you can see, other than Davante Adams, this offense is horrible. So I mean, obviously, all honesty, I don't think this team is going to be doing a whole lot this season, but in week 1 it looks like they're going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. It looks like we are going to be starting with the ball first here though, so I'm going to keep it on the ground with Jacobs and see if no, we got 1 yard. I don't know this for sure, but I feel like this is probably like top 5 worst O-lines in the league. I mean, we are not going to be getting a whole lot of blocks from this team. Come on, Adams, please get there. That's going to be a first down. That we almost snuck away too. If he would have got away for a touchdown there, that would have been insane. But anyways, obviously we usually sim to the playoffs and I just play then, but with a team like the Raiders, I honestly just cannot see these guys making it to the postseason. So we're just going to play a drive right now. Also, I can't believe Davante Adams just dropped that ball there. But anyways, hopefully he can make up for it this time. That is a dot. Let's go. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was not expecting Garoppolo to hit his pass right there, but I'll take it. So 14 yards to go and we're in. Come on. Yeah, that's going to be picked off too. Okay, yeah, that's on me. That was a terrible read. I mean, it looks like we're going to be getting lucky here anyways. Our defense did clutch up for us and force a fumble. This is just a terrible matchup either way, man. I mean, Broncos versus Raiders, this is a very boring game because, I mean, obviously, both of these teams kind of suck right now, but I'm going to try and go for Adams here. I got to make sure I don't rush this one off, but I mean, as long as he can get open here, come on, that should work out. That's going to be a touchdown from Davante Adams, which is going to give the lead to the Raiders first here. But either way, I mean, as I said, both of these teams are terrible, so it's kind of anyone's game. And I mean, it looks like the Raiders were actually able to sneak out with the win, so we're going to be 1-0 to start off the season. I mean, obviously, it's only week 1, so we still have a lot of season to go, but that's not a bad start for Las Vegas, obviously, since we got the dub, but I just can't see this team making it to the playoffs, especially with Herbert and Mahomes in our division. And I mean, no surprise, it looks like the Raiders are going to go 5-12 to finish dead last in the division. I mean, honestly, I thought we were at least going to do better than Denver, but apparently we can't even do that. But either way, Adams did honestly have a pretty slow season for him. I mean, he had 970 yards for 9 touchdowns, which isn't bad, but it's low for him. But I mean, either way, to end off the first season, it looks like Dak Prescott is going to be winning MVP. And it looks like the Cowboys are going to go on to take down the Bills by 1 point in the Super Bowl. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 2, and it looks like Adams felt like reuniting with Aaron Rodgers because he signed with the New York Jets. And I mean, clearly, I think it goes without saying, this offense is a huge upgrade from the Raiders. And I mean, the Jets do also have one of the most dangerous defenses in the league, so this team should be pretty fun to watch this season. We are in a very tough division though. I mean, we got to deal with the Bills and the Dolphins, which isn't going to be fun, but either way, I'm expecting New York to make the playoffs. It looks like the Jets ended up having a very solid season, going 12-5 to win the division. Somehow Buffalo went 6-11, which is terrible, but we're going to be playing the Chargers in the wild card round. And I mean, even though he's reunited with Aaron Rodgers, Adams was still just short of 1,000 yards this season with 996 yards for 10 touchdowns. But anyways, I mean, I feel like this should be interesting because obviously it's been a while since the New York Jets have been in the playoffs, but as you can see, we are already off to a crazy start. I mean, as I said, we have one of the best defenses in the league, and they gave us great field position with a fumble. And obviously, we're also going to get Lazard in for the touchdown. So just like that, the Jets are already on the board. We're coming back out here in the second quarter, though. I mean, as you can see, we're down 14-7 now. So hopefully, we can put some points on the board this drive. That should work out. Give me that. Adams is just short of the first. Obviously, this is kind of anyone's game right now, though. I mean, we are down by 7, but if we score here, that is going to tie things up. And I feel like these two teams are pretty even for the most part. I got to say, though, man, it is really nice to see this duo back in action. I mean, I'd say easily Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams are one of the best duos in NFL history. I mean, they have got to be at least top 5 for recent history. I'm not saying they're all-time top 5, but recent NFL history easily. I'm going to try and run a slant here, though. That's going to work out. Wilson is gone. I'm not going to lie. Him wearing number 7 is really throwing me off right now because him and Adams both wear 17. So I just put Wilson to 7 because, I mean, I feel like it's kind of out of respect. You kind of have to give number 7 to Davante Adams. Give me that. That's almost another first. Either way, though, I mean, after that, we only need 2 yards for the first down. So I'm going to try and go for a house call with Adams here. That should work out too. He's gonna escape, so that's gonna be a touchdown from Davante Adams. And just like that, the New York Jets are gonna tie this game up at 14. We're coming back out here in the third quarter, though. I mean, as I said earlier, this is kind of anyone's game, and it looks like this is probably gonna come right down to the wire, because I mean, we're up by 4 points right now. I mean, obviously it's kind of been back and forth all day so far, but if we can score here, that is going to give us a 2-score lead, which would help out our case quite a bit. I'm going to try and go back for Adams here, though. I mean, if he can get open off of this play, this honestly might end up going for a touchdown. This is going to be close, but that is an absolute dot from Aaron Rodgers, so that's going to work out. So that is 2 touchdowns now on the game for Davante Adams, and just like that, the Jets are up by 2 scores. And as you can see after that, it looks like the Jets were able to get the job done. This game actually ended up going to overtime, but we're going to take the dub either way, so that sends the Jets to the divisional round. But unfortunately, it looks like things are going to be getting a whole lot more difficult, because now we have to play Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. So I mean, if we want to make this Super Bowl, obviously we're gonna have to earn it, but we have pretty good field position to start things off because we did have a pretty good kick return. Give me that, Adams. That's going to be a first. I mean, if we can get the run game going, Baltimore's going to have an issue, but they are one of the best defenses in the league at stopping the run. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to get a pretty solid pickup to start things off with Hall. I mean, if the run game can work well today and Adams goes off like I think he's going to go off, the Jets are going to be a tough team to beat today, man. But dude, we're going down. I mean, it is what it is. I knew this defense was not going to be easy to play against today, and that does make it third down as well. So if this play doesn't work out, we're gonna have an issue, but Garrett Wilson is wide open, so I mean, I guess that keeps the drive alive. 11 yards to go and we're in. I'm just gonna go back for Adams here, and I mean, never mind, that's not gonna work out. I'll go for Hall, though. That's gonna be 1 yard short of a touchdown, so Breece Hall is gonna clutch up for us. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it on the ground now. As long as we don't get smoked behind the line, we should be good, but we're getting smoked behind the line. Either way, I feel like we should still be good. I'm just gonna keep handing the rock off to Hall until he hopefully gets in for a touchdown. Come on, man. Please don't get caught. Please don't get caught. Please don't get caught. We're getting caught again. I mean, I guess here is where things are going to get interesting, because if we get stopped again, that's going to bring up a 4th down. So hopefully... Oh, yeah. Come on. No way. Okay, we're in. I thought we were going to get stuffed, too. But he is going to power through the defender this time. So thankfully, we're going to take the lead first with that touchdown. But I mean, after that, it looks like Lamar made it a very, very long day for our defense, because he racked up 42 points. So that's going to send us home. But either way, I mean, for a team that hasn't made the playoffs in how many years, that's a pretty solid run from the Jets. But to end off year number 2, it looks like Joe Shiesty's going to be winning MVP. And for the second season in a row, it looks like the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl with the dub over the Ravens. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 3. And this season, it looks like Adams ended up signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I mean, now that this team has Davante Adams, this offense is looking very promising. I mean, obviously the Texans are still going to be very tough to deal with. I mean, CJ Stroud is an absolute threat, but with a roster like this, I feel like the Jags are probably your favorites to win the division. And it looks like the Jags had a very solid season, going 12-5 to win a stacked division. And we're going to be playing the Dolphins in the wild card round. I mean, that division was absolutely loaded. Every team in our division ended up making it to the postseason, which is pretty crazy. But either way, in year number 3, it looks like Adams had 1,200 yards for 10 touchdowns. But it looks like we're going to get the win against Miami. So now we play the Bills. Bills in the divisional round. I mean, I feel like with the team that we have now, this is honestly a pretty even matchup, even though this Bills defense is absolutely loaded. They did score first too, and we're losing 4 yards. So that is not the best start for Jacksonville, but hopefully we can turn things around now. We're going down again. I didn't even realize we were getting sacked there. I was just looking downfield. I was going to try and go for Ridley because he was wide open, but obviously we got taken down again. So now it's 3rd and 25. This O-line is honestly really disappointing me right now. That I feel okay. 4th and 1, we gotta go for it. I mean, obviously, if we get caught behind the line here, we're basically gifting Buffalo points, but in a game that I feel like is going to come right down to the wire, I feel like we need to get as many points on the board as we can. I am so happy that worked out for us, but I'm going to try and go for Adams now. That should work out too. I mean, if he could have got past that one last defender there, that would have been a house call. But either way, we are in a good position right now. And that's going to be a first down from Travis Etienne, who is rolling right now. So that brings the ball all the way to the 25-yard line. I'm honestly just going to try and go back for Davante Adams here. Unless Ridley can get open. Never mind. That might be a touchdown right there. That was an absolute dot from Lawrence. So we're going to find Ridley in the end zone. And just like that, I mean, that's going to tie things up. We're coming back out here in the 3rd quarter, though. I mean, as you can see, we're down by 10 points right now. So obviously, this is going to be a very important drive for Jacksonville. What a grab. Seeing Ingram wearing number 7 has also been throwing me off today. But I mean, you already know we got to give number 17 to Davante Adams. We're going down. I'm going to just try and go back for Ingram here. I mean, this defense is already being a massive problem today. So I'm just going to run this route, which looks pretty safe. That's going to be another first down. So 24 yards to go and we're in. This play is going to be very risky, but I'm going to try it anyways. I mean, this is high risk, high reward, man. If Adams can get open, that's a dot, but that's going to be picked by White, bro. Oh, I did not think he was going to be in range for that. I mean, we're coming back out here now in the 4th quarter. I have a chance to redeem myself here. We're at the 15-yard line, so hopefully we can get in here. I mean, Buffalo never really ended up scoring. That's a flag. We got hit. So that roughing the passer call is going to bring the ball all the way to the 6-yard line. But either way, obviously that pick hurts us because we were about to score a touchdown. But I mean, nothing came out of it because Buffalo couldn't score. So hopefully this works out. Because if we can get a touchdown here, we are going to be right back in this thing. And Davante Adams is wide open. So that's going to be a touchdown for Jacksonville. And just like that, we are going to be down by only 3 points. But after that, I mean, we did end up sending this game to overtime. But as you can see, Buffalo won by 3 points. So that's going to send us home once again. But either way, I mean, losing to Buffalo is tough. But that team is absolutely loaded. So I'd say the Jags still had a pretty successful season. But in year number 3, once again, Dak is going to be winning MVP. Lawrence did end up coming 2nd place in the votings, though. And it looks like the Chiefs are going to go on to beat the Eagles in a Super Bowl rematch. But anyways, that's going to bring us to year number 4, which is going to be the final season of this video. And to end things off, it looks like Adams is going back to where it all started because he's on the Green Bay Packers. And I mean, obviously, this team looks a whole lot different than it did when he last played for Green Bay. But I feel like him and Love should be a pretty solid duo. I mean, I wouldn't say this Packers team is absolutely loaded or anything like that at this point. And it's going to be tough to play against teams like Detroit in our division, but either way, I'm expecting this team to have a pretty solid season. But it looks like the Packers were surprisingly dominant this season, going 14-3 to win the division and get the number 1 seed. So that is a very, very good sign for the Packers. And Adams also had a very solid season with 1,100 yards for 8 touchdowns. But it looks like we're going to be taking on the 9-8 Falcons in the divisional round. And it looks like Atlanta is going to get absolutely annihilated. So now we play the Cowboys for a trip to the Super Bowl. And I mean, I think Dallas has already won 2 Super Bowls today. So obviously this is going to be a very tough team to beat. I mean, the Cowboys have kind of been a juggernaut lately. honestly. But I mean, it seems like at this point, the Packers also kind of own the Cowboys. So hopefully they can keep that up today. It is third down now, though, so I need this to work out. That was an absolute dot from Jordan Love. I'm just going to go for another run of Aaron Jones after that. I mean, this is one of those defenses where I don't really want to try to do too much, because if we do, they are going to destroy us. Going to run a slant after that, though. I mean, if Watson can get open here, that would be amazing. This is going to be close, though. I mean, it is third down, which I also just noticed, and we're getting sacked by Parsons. I mean, since we're down 3-0, instead of trying to go for it on 4th and 6, I'm just going to take the field goal to make sure we can tie this thing up. I mean, it looks like that is good, so we're all knotted up at 3. We're coming back out here in the second quarter, though, and it looks like our defense has clutched up for us once again. We're up 6-3 as well, so it looks like we got another field goal. After that last one, what a grab from Adams. I mean, if we can get a touchdown here, that is going to make it a 2-score lead. So hopefully we can do that, because that would be pretty big, because either way, that would mean we go into halftime with the lead no matter what happens. Dallas is going to force a third down after that, though. So, I mean, we're kind of in danger of getting held to another field goal here. That's going to work out, though. That's going to be a touchdown from Musgrave. So unless the Cowboys can score twice in like a minute, the Packers are going to be going into halftime with the lead. And it looks like this game came right down to the wire, but the Packers are going to win by 3 points. So that's going to send us to the Super Bowl, and we still own the Dallas Cowboys. But to end off the final season of this video, once again, Dak is going to be winning MVP. And it looks like we're going to be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. These two teams are very even, so this should make for a very good game. But I'm going to hand it off to Jones and try and get something on the yard to start this game off, or something on the ground, not the yard. But either way, we got 5 yards after that pickup. That's probably what I was thinking of. But either way, I'm just going to go for another run after that. That's almost a first down. I mean, all we need to do is get a couple of inches here. So I'm just going to hand it off to Jones again. And the way that he's been running so far, he is more than capable of getting that. And it looks like that is going to be a first. So that brings it to the 38. I'm going to try and go for a shot with Adams here. I mean, this is a high risk, high reward play. That might work, though. Come on, that's going to be close. He's going to come down with it, though. So that brings it all the way to the 27. I mean, that is a huge play from Davante Adams to open up the Super Bowl. So if he can keep playing like this, he is going to be on fire today. It looks like we got Watson open here, though. I got to make sure we don't collapse, because Pittsburgh does have a very solid defense. But so far, I like what I'm seeing out of Green Bay. Another one. Let's go, Reed. That's a first down. We almost got past him. I gotta be careful here, because I mean, if we throw an interception, that is gonna be an absolute killer. But I'm gonna try and run a slant with Adams here. That should work out too. Give me that. That's going to be a touchdown. So just like that, the Packers are going to take the lead first. I mean, Adams is looking good to start things off right now. So if he can play like that all game, he is going to be very difficult to stop. We're coming back out here with like a minute to go in the fourth quarter, though. As you can see, we are down 16-7 right now. We have great field position, though. So I got to make sure we get something on the board here. Love almost squeezed in. On the downside, though, we had to burn a timeout there. If we get sacked, we honestly might be screwed, because we only have a minute on the clock, and we also only have 2 timeouts. I mean, it's going to be a long shot to try and win this game, but hopefully... Never mind, I had to rush it off, and that is going to do it. I mean, we really had to work against the clock there. I mean, the Packers definitely had one hell of a season, don't get me wrong, but it looks like in the end, we are going to fall just short to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, this defense was just absolutely insane today. They held us to 7 points, so we did absolutely nothing after that first touchdown. So it's pretty safe to say that this defense has definitely earned themselves a ring. But to end things off, as you can see, Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy. I mean, we came close. Adams at least made it to 1 Super Bowl, but we couldn't get the guy a ring. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, comment the most random thing you can think of so we can confuse everybody in the comment section. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.